Yo, it's me, Critsy. Welcome back to Crusader Kings, my comfort activity lately. Man, I am addicted to this game. I've been uploading a video every time I get a chance to upload, haven't I? I'm trying to apologize to the people who don't like this series, but I get the feeling if you're here to hear the apology, you probably do like the series. Either way, I've been playing it a ton. I'm worried I'm in burnout territory, you know, but like at the same time I don't feel like playing anything else right now. I've been trying, but like I keep opening a game for like 20 minutes and then I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling it. And I close it, and then I open another one and I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling this one either. But frickin' Elder Kings, I can open it up and play for the entire duration of all available time I have and not feel bored. Anyway, last time in the life of Queen Charisse, we were on a little trip around the Lakelands, going on a little pilgrimage for religious reasons, trying to find ourselves, exploring our spirituality, in the endeavor of finding peace with both the Thousand Colts and the Hist. Probably lean more towards the Hist, because I feel like the Thousand Colts, until we become syncretic with the Divines, they're probably not going to be friendly to us. But we can lower the hostility between us and them, at least. Hopefully. Anyway, on our pilgrimage, on our journey of discovery, we have discovered a treasure chest. You know, one of those random adventurer chests that we find out in the wilderness. Regardless of its origin, I find myself drawn to the challenge posed by the lock itself. If I successfully open it, I would lay claim to the chest's contents, as the true owner is nowhere in sight. The only lingering question is whether the effort to unlock this enigmatic chest is worth my time. Yes, of course. Open the lock. Darn. That's okay. Anyway, we've gotten all of our learning traits in here. So how about scientific? Let's go for scientific for more... Oops. Knock stuff over on my desk. Scientific for additional cultural progress. And I was just reminded I don't have the music on. There we go. That's better. I'm gonna need a marshal. Red-haired Ogel? Right next to the purple-haired Ogel. Red-haired Marshal Ogel, right next to the purple-haired Intrigue Ogel. I love it. Nordic beliefs and imperial cult. People in the Bulwark practice Nordic beliefs in conjunction with their own imperial cult beliefs. And now that I'm here, I can sense the religious interweaving everywhere. A particularly enthusiastic peasant calling herself Pain Giver enthusiastically approaches my entourage and begins studying our religious iconography with vigor.
By Akatosh, a group of Nedic sectarians here of all places. Pray tell, my lady, how would you teach us of the Nedic sect ways of worship?
Yo, that's like the entire purpose of our mission here. We're trying to bridge the gap between us and the other religions. Let's see. Begone, heathen! Or I will teach them. I'm shy, but if I teach them, it will give me more piety, which is what we're after. 50% chance for 100. Yo, I delivered a good sermon. As we managed to get through the dangerous pass in Kava, we had decided to rest for the night. As I walk around the encampments, a strange feeling that somebody is missing bothers me. Who is this? Who is Birik? This random 5-year-old is missing. Alright, let's mount a search party for him. He's nowhere to be found, but I don't even know whose kid that was. Travel old soldiers. That guy has some interesting armor. Well near Idmist, I encounter Hakan, a somber soldier. He is Nibenu. He shares a story of fallen comrades who lost their lives during a recent campaign. Hakan asks me a favor to deliver his companion's word to his grieving family in Deathwart's Pond. Please, give my regards to old Deathwart. We died under his banner, and I know that he would want to know about my brethren's falling. No worries, I will deliver the message.
Danger, bandits on the bridge.
The soft rumor of a river we've been following for a while becomes stronger now. Some members of the entourage talk about making a short stop to get some fresh water, rest their feet. There's a stone bridge when the path turns. A couple of men rest their backs against the parapet. One hits the other on the side and points at our group. A third woman comes up from the shore and looks up to us, spitting in the river. You know, this is actually a toll bridge. Brave of you to even suggest that. Who do you think you're talking to? I am the queen! There's a chance we pay anyway, just... Oh my goodness. Sorry, I got distracted by noises that you probably can't even hear. There's kids outside, spooking me. Brave of you to even suggest that. Have my guards handle them. Who has learned South Nedic? Somebody of the neighboring realm. Cool. Good job. Red Dream People. In Blackwood, border Argonian tribes embrace ancient ruins as housing options due to their defensible nature. For example, the Red Dream People and Hutzlil tribe creatively use Aliad and Argonian ruins as shelters during dry seasons, conducting sap rituals to explore and integrate historical artifacts into their daily lives. Interesting. I didn't know that about the local Argonians. Oh, and then we got another Myrgaunt. Frickin' another pilgrimage partner dead. And we've finished our pilgrimage. Have a bunch of things that they want us to do. We can go on a grand tour, but I don't want to. I'm gonna get ready for our next pilgrimage, probably. High Tribal Authority. We can finally start managing these guys. Fucking... revoke all of Gideon from you. All subjects lose 20 opinion of me. I can't rightfully revoke all of Gideon, but I will. I fucking will revoke all of Gideon from him. And you... I don't know, should I release Zitsei? I would much prefer if it was under the control of Argonians, but I suppose we will allow some Nibbenese to remain. Now you, I'm gonna give all of Gideon. Including the vassals, including the titles that I don't need. Might also give them the sword. Maybe. Give them Sarylan's sword. Maybe. I just want this republic to be really strong. Fuck it, I might give them Blackwood too. Eventually. Right now I feel like I need to keep the territory I have. Don't want to get rid of any more than that, and I was considering getting rid of this one, wasn't I? Make my realm rounder. I don't like having a Viscount as well. But this guy hasn't done anything as a crime. Has not performed a crime yet, so I will let him be. He is devoting based on opinion right now, and his opinion is not very good. He wants a position. He would be a good steward. Right? Sorry, why is the governor of Gideon so mad at me? Desires Rock Guard and Deathwart's Pond. Man, that's my capital. Cultural acceptance, tyranny. Right, through downcast lashes. As my eyes meet Duke-mirrored skins for what feels like the 20th time tonight, I know that I'm not imagining things. From the other end of the table, his gaze feels intense as the midday sun.
No, my heart remains pure. I cannot let these lizards tempt me as they did my father.
Speaking of cultural acceptance, world unborn. I have been studying ancient religious texts and the writing of scholars. They all seem to agree that this world will end as many others before this epoch. According to my research, we are one of many Kelpas that have come and gone. However, my high priest urges me, leave it to the priors and avoid panic. What if your research is wrong? Reasonable point. That'll give me hella religious... Ooh, we're up to 3,000 without even needing to go on another pilgrimage. Right, speaking of cultural acceptance, I actually want to change Gideon to Kothringi. Now that it's a republic. The grand city of Gideon. Contributes based on Arcana. Our Arcana is not very good. These guys are a powerful vassal. Barters with wit is not, but even though they're really good. Put Governor Menius in charge and... Oh, but he's still really mad too. Can we give him a gift? A welcome gift? 225? Holy shit. Hell nah. What if we demand his conversion? I don't know. I really don't like having this territory here. I know it's weird, but I'm... Oh no, he counts as part of Gideon. I can't release him. Fuck. I don't like that territory down there. It's weird, it sticks out. Another rebellion. Oh, hello. Got a Kothringi in charge now. Wow. Okay, well... Defending against war against tyranny? Yo, can I help you out? Dang it. You, stop that. Darn, I can't demand that he stops. Oh well. Just have to accept that that's happening now. Who are you at war with? Yourself. I'm like the only one not going to war with myself. What about you? Do you have any civil wars going on? No, but you're attacking somebody else. Yo, how old am I? 36? No. Should I do another pilgrimage? It would give me a little more room to play with when we make our religion remix. Let's see. Let's visit Sul. If you don't recall, that is long, long ago a chieftain by the name of Zul. I think he was the chief. He left his tribe to go... Sorry, that's not what he did. That's just what was going on outside. He left his tribe to go all the way to the Imperial capital and sign up as a knight of the old empire. And his career as a knight was so grand that his imperial masters granted him official governorship over his old tribe, and he returned to it triumphant and the official imperial leader in a time when the Kothringi were among colonized folks. So that's pretty cool. That's why that's a holy site for our people. Anyway, so last time we went with humble pomp. This time we're going to take a throng of faithful from our capital. And we're going to take an extra long time to get there. We're going to need a forder. We're also going to need a forest guide. No? Jungle. Jungle soccer, right. And there we go. Spend like freaking 400 gold on our pilgrimage. Should have taken a long way. Scavenged Zanmirs. As I tread through the ruins of Zal-Ithik, I observe a stark reality in this land. Ketlis approaches me and tells me that she survives by scavenging, akin to the actions of dung beetles or tick birds, sifting through the remnants of diverse cultures to eke out a living. Notably, this scavenger's existence unfolds amidst the awe-inspiring backdrop of ancient ruins. Zal-Ithik boasts some of the most ancient Zanmirs to be found in all of Shadowfen. I slowly absorb... Do I still have a picture of Zanmirs? I do. Here's what a Zanmir looks like. That is from... I can't remember where that art is from, actually. I don't have the credits anymore. Oh no! I said it when... whatever. Zal-Ithik boasts some of the most ancient Zanmirs found in all of Shadowfen. I slowly absorb this haunting beauty of this forsaken land, where the passage of time and greed of previous opportunists may have already stripped away the ancient artifacts that once graced these hallowed grounds. Why don't you join us? Travel, a night to forget. While wandering through Zal-Ithik, I crossed paths with a disheveled mage who appeared to be nursing a severe hangover. He confessed to a night of excessive revelry, during which he imbibed far more than advisable. Regrettably, his inebriated state, he seemed to have misplaced a collection of valuable magical relics. Now he is plagued by anxiety, fearing his dreams of securing an apprenticeship under a great local mage may have been irrevocably severed. That's too bad, but we're, nah. Well, none of these would help with our piety. So just, that's too bad, but we're kind of in a hurry. Zavoroplasm, a gross blood monster. Somebody died. Atik died. Again? Our culture is now fascinated by barracks. Does that mean we can upgrade our tribes now? We made it to the pilgrimage zone with our pilgrimage pals. Woo! Proposed non-marital alliance with who? Fuck, whatever, doesn't matter. Argonians, Schmargonians, don't matter who, I'll ally with them. As we saunter past the stalls in the Sul market, we are approached by a peculiar man. He unabashedly addresses us. My lady, you look like a refined gentlewoman. I know of a simply divine experience not far from Sul. Either I get hiccups. Either I get tricked into a dangerous situation or I increase my learning by 1. I'll pass. I can adopt an orphan now. I think I'm gonna get married when I get to 40, and if I fail to have an heir... Oh my god, I got hiccups. If I fail to have an heir by the time I'm 50, I'll adopt a little kid and make them my heir. I hear some voices from one of the rooms. And in doing this, you'd achieve the greatest technique. I peer inside and see Binushk explaining his craft to a group of interested courtiers who eagerly follow his teachings. What an accomplished master! Maybe I should hire him. Master for what? What's he do? What does he do exactly? A person is not enough to risk the fury of our host. And now we are done. We got 200 more piety. Sorry? Why do we have... like the 1,000 Colts piety icon? Whatever, we are now a paragon of virtue, and we're heading home, and when we get there, we will change our religion and get married. Should have visited some optional spots while we were out here. I can now ransom Famius. He is no longer my vassal, so I will let him go. Right, so now, not quite 40, so let's go ahead and change our religion. So, we're going to want to, first of all, inner journey, replace that with hist syncretisms, because inner journey is a practice of meditation, self-exploration. The hist demand that in order to commune with them. So I'm gonna say that's a cool evolution of our inner journey tenet. And ritual hospitality, I'm thinking we might maybe replace this one with adaptive, right? Right, but we're going to need to change our outlook to pluralist. So before we were righteous, which meant that we would view anything under Zen as holy, and if it didn't follow our Zen-centric outlook of the cosmos, then it wasn't holy. Now we're going to go ahead and loosen that a little bit and say, like, you know, other people have different interpretations of Zen, and we don't need them to see Zen the same way. Like, he might be Zenithar to them, but he is Zen to us. Anyway, and that's going to help with our relations with both our Argonians and our 1,000 colts. Especially considering the 1,000 colts themselves have adaptive traditions. Now, I believe this in itself should bring our hostility with Argonians down a little bit. So I'm going to check what the 1,000... Ooh, you are at war for tyranny reasons. I want to help you, but I cannot. I really wish I could have gotten rid of the Baron. At least I shrank Gideon. I hope it stays as a republic. Right, anyway. Oh, I should change this to blue. Just because that's our theme. Make this like a green, blue, blue, and blue. No, not that one. I meant the sails. Yeah, let's make the sails green. Cool. Just real quick adjustment to make it match my other flags. Now, what was I in the middle of doing before I got distracted with that? Right, the religion. Let's look at the 1,000 colts. I got distracted. Esotericism, adaptive, sanctity of nature. Let's see. It's got the Cyrodiilic cult special doctrine, which is what gives it better hostility with other imperial sects. I'm hoping to make our following religion into also an imperial religion, if we can. Let's see. We can probably change our crime doctrines a little bit. Let's see. Deviancy, shun, close kin, criminal, accepted witchcraft. Shun, criminal witchcraft. No, accepted witchcraft. We accept witchcraft around here. Necromancy shunned? That's interesting. I didn't know that that wasn't a criminal. Pilgrimage attitude. Since we have a pilgrimage within our land, maybe I might make pilgrimages mandatory. Cultural ties, none. I'm looking for the ability to revoke clergy. Spiritual for life? No, spiritual revocable. Clerical appointment. Funerary traditions, cremation. How do the Nibonese bury their dead? Maybe we can start adopting their burial techniques. Stoic burial? I don't know. It's rather expensive for something that we can... that might not even change our hostility. So what's are their virtues? Generous, honest, compassionate. I believe generous is a virtue for us as well, so we're probably going to need honest and compassionate, and the opposites of such. Don't even know if this is going to work. Honest, generous. Instead of justice, we will value compassion. Instead of disrespect for the law, we will make Cruelty a sin. Sadism. Sadistic. Cool. We've still got a bit more that we can play with, so what's a virtue for the Hist? Patience? Change one to patience. Cool. Anything else I want to change? Marriage type. Concubines, maybe? So it's easier to find mates in the future. I don't have to worry about prestige if I can't find a good one. Polytheism, any secondary pantheons? Nah. Clerical tradition. Head of faith? Maybe. I don't know if we'll ever be able to make a head of faith, but it would be cool. A goal to encounter in the future. Alright, I don't know if I'm gonna find any more stuff to do. I'll scroll through it real quick and see, but other than that, I think I'm gonna pause it to just make up some lore, because we gotta write the name and everything. Okay. I made it a cute little aqua green. Oh, you know what? We gotta select one of these too. How about more circles than the average 8 divines, right? There's more than 8 circles, but there's one central circle, okay? The central circle is Zen. Zen, the presiding... Actually, I wonder what if we have Zenithar's icon. We might. I think the anvil might be Zenithar's icon, but we'll go with the circle of many divines. It's the central one is Zenithar, right? Or Zen, the judge, the presiding one over the court of Zen, which includes the spirits which made up Nirn, you know, the ones that are responsible for the stewardship of the realm. And then beneath them, they have, like, the worldly spirits, right? I'm thinking, you know, little gods. Like, like, Eastern folk beliefs with, like, you know, the Scion. Scion? I don't know if that's how you say it. But, H-S-I-E-N? You know, I'm thinking like that. They could interpret, like, the Hist and such as beings like that. Maybe the Daedra as well, as little gods. Whereas, like, their divines are the big gods. They're part of, you know, the court of Zen. And the court of Zen is like a godly bureaucracy, is what I'm saying. Anyway, there we go. There's our court of Zen. We didn't spend all of our faith. And we didn't spread terribly far. But now, it doesn't really matter as long as we follow it. Zen Pact. I'm looking for somebody who doesn't follow that. Let's see. So, Thousand Colts is still hostile to us, unfortunately. Would we be able to... Yes, we can join the Council of the Eight. I don't know if we're going to be able to in this lifespan, but we can. So that's probably going to be the big one to make the Thousand Colts friendlier to us. But the Argonians... The Hist... Oh, we're now only a stray to the Hist. Oh, fuck yeah. That means the Hist considers us a legitimate... Dude, our interpretation of the Hist is good to them. They view it as legitimate. They're like, yeah, alright, we can roll with that. Fuck yeah. Well, they consider us a stray, but They don't consider us hostile. They don't consider us incorrect. They just consider us astray. Fuck yeah. The Nedic sect priors have lost their way and can no longer be trusted to guide us. To remedy this, I have gathered a select group of priests together to discuss the future of our faith. These Zen Pact priests are encouraging cooperation and tolerance, even towards non-believers, and are asking all adherents to put old disputes aside and come together for the sake of a new faith. Adherents eagerly await the prophesied arrival of their archprelate, a great leader who will rally all of the faithful behind them and usher a new Zen Pact golden age. Our archprelate is probably going to be the same as everybody else's. We just have to write a letter to him with enough piety put into it. Yo, are you winning your war? Yo, holy shit, you won your rebellion. Wow. Yo, did you also win your rebellion? Yo, my vassals are actually starting to fucking stabilize for once. Sorry for scooching so loud so often. He's copulated with his lover. Oh, gross. Babies. I hate those. How old am I? 38. I hate babies. Let's, there is such a religious tapestry in this nation. I don't even know where to start. Maybe I just don't. Maybe I just don't start. We just let them follow their own little denominations. That's the point of making us friendly to everybody. Oh, we've inherited somewhere. History. We have inherited a history. Interesting. Can I actually use it? I can use it! We can use histories! Holy shit! We just got a new tribe and a history. Fuck yeah. Alright. First ever Kothringi history. Mathil. I wonder, is there any lore on Mathil? History Mathil. Nope. Can't find anything. So, this is not a lore important Mathil. At least as far as I can tell. Mathil might be our tree. We have a speaker hut over here. I want to replace that with hatching pools, I think. To grow more Argonians. That's going to give us a plus 0.1. And the reason I want that is because our territory is right over here. And that's going to get residual development from developing that nickname. My liege, have you heard what they call you? They call you Queen Charisse. Spectacular, is it not? I didn't even get a nickname. I just rolled a nickname and they didn't even give me one. A declaration of love from random guest. My winsome turtle dove, lady of my heart, I can keep my feelings secured no longer. From this day forward, I will do everything in my power to win your loyal affections, to prove my loyal affections. Alright, go ahead. See if we can get anything good out of that. Yo, why am I losing prestige? I need concubines, right? Coveted literature, my lady. A local merchant has a copy of Physicalities of Werewolves, but refuses to sell it to me. If you make him see the error of his way, why would you refuse to sell it to my court priest? Alright. High Chiefess Marwalakala. A shadow over Porsixid. To To walk through Porsixid is to... Oh, uh-oh, there's a disease on the loose. Black Marsh Fever. To walk through Porsixid is to be treated to a dreadful symphony of human suffering. Pestilence has come to this unassuming hamlet.
Pestilence has come to this unassuming hamlet. The infected...
Nope. That one line sounded like something they would say in darkest dungeons.
Pestilence has come to this unassuming hamlet. To walk through is to be treated to a symphony of human suffering.
Already, people are calling the affliction Black Marsh Fever. At least half of the peasant population has been infected, and it's only a matter of time until it spreads to nobility. Summon the physicians! Don't we already have a court physician? Oh, we fucking don't. Alright. Yo, resist diseases. Oh, wait, hang on. Never mind. I already hired my court priest, sorry. Black Marsh Fever, early prevention. I have a number of observations regarding Black Marsh Fever, chiefly the way patients are afflicted by a heavy fever. Like I've seen not before. The plague does not appear to be too severe, and my recommendation is a professional that we might take a light approach to prevent the spread. After all, we do not wish to hurt the economy. Nah, take harsh measures. Prevent us from getting sick. Fully quarantine the border to Black Marsh for a little bit. Just for a couple years. Oh, early prevention success. The disease, which was set to spread like a flame to paper across my realm, is slowed to a crawl. The radical measures proposed by Jillik have taken a toll on the economy in the short term, but Black Marsh Fever may not be quite the threat we had all feared. Nice. Handled it. Super. And grand tournament, where I can't even find it on the map, and you want me to go all the way over there? Another learning perk. Disease resistance, we're gonna need that. Alright, let's get married. Can't find spouse? Hello? Am I already married? Why can't I get married? Huh? I can't get married. Well, good thing I brought in concubines. I don't know, this one's an elf, but intelligent. Intelligent elf. I don't know, man. It would make our... I don't know if I want elven kids. But he's also, like, one of the only options I have right now. He might be the only option I have right now. Fuck. Alright. My people expect me to have a concubine. You're gonna want to adopt our faith, though. You don't want to be... You don't want to be worshipping Ariel in my bedroom. He's gonna look down on it. Another war. War against the tyranny. A legend spreads into our realm. The most devout life of Ermarius. Popular. Pantea is not the only one trying to win my approval. More and more often I am approached by my vassal Duchess barters with wit with her compliments, and have gone from polite to implement. But tonight at dinner, Duchess barters with wit drank too much and puked on my dress. Without wasting a second, Pantea swooped in to save me from the mess. How heroic. Saved me from getting puked on. Wish we could ally with Shadowfen. I'm gonna try to learn Gel. I mean, sure, it didn't work out for any of my parents. Or grandparents. From dust, we rise. Invest in the development of our nation going forward. Speaking of which... Yo, we can upgrade tribal holds. Let's upgrade our tribal holds as much as possible, which was one time, because our prestige is bad right now. Okay, let's build some gathering halls then, to help with prestige. Unpleasant pleasantries. Good evening. Greets a familiar voice. Pantea joins the conversation. Oh, I skipped. Instead, I found, when I set out for an invitation to dance, I was looking forward to an evening of good company and frivolous fun. Instead, I have found myself stuck in a dreadful conversation with my steward. Good evening! Greets a familiar voice. Pantea joins the conversation. She is an attentive listener, and soon Glick's attention is fully on her. I am free to escape. I don't know, what's my stress at? Yeah, okay. Give me a little stress break. Break from my stress, rather, not a stress break, whatever. Spy Master down. Rock Guard. Yeah, let's at least spread our faith to Rock Guard. Well, we've got a really cool... Is it love? I can scarce remember what my life was like before Pantea declared her love for me. I am flattered, but also overwhelmed by her attentions. She deserves a kiss, at least. We'll better have that. I'm out riding my horse when it suddenly throws me off the path. The fall is unavoidable and knocks the air out of my lungs. Before I get a chance to scream... Oh, sorry, when I look up, I find myself face to face with a stag! Before I get a chance to scream, the beast collapses, an arrow between its eyes. Chalice, my songbird! I thought I lost you! My hero is none other than Pantea, and we share one kiss, sweet like honey. One kiss. I don't know, I kind of need prestige, and we're not gaining it, so... I don't know, though, I feel like we need... Gosh, we have no good concubine material. Learn language in amorous misunderstanding. No. No amorous misunderstandings. I should have at least read that. Even if it was amorous and a misunderstanding. How big are we relative to what the fuck is going on over in Elfland? That's a big kingdom. It's one big kingdom. A Sibyl rests. One of the holy Sibyls of Devella has died of old age. 7,000 troops! Holy shit! You're gonna die someday. And then what? What's gonna happen to your kids when they're left to deal with all this? Elves, man. But we're getting to see Elven Anvil. What's Anvil like under the elves? Still follows the Imperial cult. No pirates. No piracy, unfortunately. I could subjugate Shadowfen. Invited to a grand wedding? Would I be able to make it in time? I don't see it anywhere. Why can't I get married? Right, I don't have a spouse, right? Oh, I do, right! I have a female elf spouse, right, that's why I can't get married. My dear daughter, I am calling you to war against Argonians, Frogonians, as an attacker. Do you need me as an attacker? Oh boy, we're going to war against like half the swamp. Well, better get started. Where do we even attack over here? Over here. Oh, that's my concubine. Hang on. No, he needs to come back. My concubine is absent from our chambers as night falls. Yeah, he's on the battlefield. Okay, I guess we're gonna besiege this. Would we suffer losses if we went over there instead? Let's go over there instead and hope that the fort level is a little easier. Or that we run into them to attack. Nordic play in Deathwart's Pond. Oh boy. It has been brought to my attention that Sutot, a renowned Nordic playwright, intends to hold a performance of her work titled 2000 Barassian Nights. The price of admission is steep, but this is likely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I might gain learning. As I watch the play unfold before me, it quickly becomes clear why Sutot is so well known as a literary genius. The prose, the performance, all of it makes me feel as though I am witnessing the events of the legends told in front of me, as if I were there to behold Lork's work myself. Once that play was drawn to a close, I find myself alone with Sutot. You must teach me to interpret the legends as you do. Yo, easier siege over here, yeah. Way easier. We've already broken the walls. What about over here? You got... Mom? Did you declare war on these guys with... Okay, good. They don't have 700 troops. Oh boy, but they don't have many. 6,000 troops, eh? "7,000 troops. Where are they sailing? A new Sybil was found. This one is albino. I'm happy to inform you that Chief Gillick has relinquished his positions of regent to me. Since the duties were weighing on him so much, he will be staying with me for the duration of my tenure of regent. That seems like a crime. It seems like you kidnapped him, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna win this one, guys. Why did you attack them? Where is your army? My army can't deal with that. Man, I'm going home. I got a nation to run. I can't just waste all of my prestige on this war. I helped. More than you did. Mystical knowledge. I've come across a book describing how ancient monastics used trances and visions of ecstasy to commune with Aetherius. It seems a strange practice in our modern age, but perhaps there is something to be learned from it. Locked in a room, strange powders on a burning fire provided by overpowering heat, smoke and smells as I tried to feel the things that lie beyond the world of senses. I do not yet know how much time passed before strange, indecipherable visions of light and pulsing sounds came to me. Was it my imagination or a glimpse of the divine? Is there even any way to tell? I need to try again! As I experiment more and more, I get a clearer and clearer grasp on things. It is as if I can now summon the presence. I feel as though I can now summon the presence I feel when I start my ritual. It offers stability that comforts me as the chaos of the world swirls around me. This is what I've been seeking! I am now a wise woman. Ooh. Only eight, arcana, so we can't practice magic, unfortunately. Turakul dynasty is now known far and wide. Within the dusty halls of legal scholarship and enigmatic texts are known the Alessian doctrines penned by the prophet Maruk. They remain shrouded in arcane secrecy. These ancient principles, deemed heretical and blasphemous by contemporary standards, laid the very cornerstones of imperial law, enshrining dictums like all are guilty until they are proven themselves innocent. This excerpt, carefully preserved, represents one of the few channels through which the doctrine's wisdom is discreetly disseminated, exclusively among the authorized jurists and legal adherents. Yet even within the sanctum of divine knowledge, there remains teachings cryptic, encoded within the clandestine ciphers of the Guild of Barristers, guarding the elusive keys to their understanding with utmost vigilance. Well, I didn't try to decodify it yet. Chance I lose prestige, but I didn't. I mean, not prestige, but there was a chance I lost piety for that. Nickname. Another one. Another no-name nickname. They call me Queen Shadis. Yeah, you probably wouldn't guess it, but they call me the Queen. Man. We're gonna end up having to adopt. I'm gonna go ahead and take Majesty Focus for now, because we're having a prestige issue. Thank you, my friend. I so sorry.
Shadis, my dear friend, I was once again reminded of your victory against Queen Ghana, so I decided to write a poem about your triumph, Alita says.
The Mace's Song. Where other women speak silvered words, she does good business ridding turds. Then all shall tremble as she takes field, and show the foe that there's no thick enough shield. Oh. Thanks. This is too much. Only Zen deserves such praise. How much? How much? We only need 1,000 piety before we can join the Council of the Eight. Maybe I should have stayed focused on the other one. Yeah, I don't know if we're dealing with that situation, dude. Maybe you should surrender. Trappings of majesty. I stand above my subjects as a sovereign ruler, unequaled in the realm. Dressing the part in resplendent garments and jewelry would serve as a subtle reminder to everyone that I'm in charge. I do not need things to make me legitimate. And that gave me a little more piety. We lost to the Argonians. Not surprised. Need a little more prestige before I can upgrade another holding. But by the time we're done building the longhouses, we should be able to. We should afford. Well, we're almost 50, and still no kids, so... Once we get there, we can make a legend if we wanted to. But I think I'd rather upgrade my holdings, save my money for that, and possible mercenaries. Learn language, a helping hand.
You are learning Gel, I see. Good choice. Speaking it will surely strengthen your position as queen.
My friend Alita exclaims, smiling serenely.
I speak Leal natively. Perhaps I could be of assistance.
Yes, thank you. Oh, I'm above my domain limit. 2, 4, 5, 6. Ah, I see why. Give it to a Naga. Give us a little more Naga acceptance. Where is Glenbridge? I don't know. Is Glenbridge supposed to be Kothringi? Because, like, it starts with a Kothringi leader. But I don't want to take over traditionally Naga lands, you know? Nibinu, Hojel, Nibinese. I'm gonna colonize Gideon. Oh, I already colonized Gideon. Geovest, maybe? Now, let's just increase cultural acceptance with who's the least friendly to us. Cultural acceptance, -23. We're fine with Ojel, but our Grand City is attacking them. What about the Naga? What's our cultural acceptance with them? Worse. I am better. So we're going to promote cultural acceptance with the Nibinese. I don't know, we do need development in our capital though, so let's go to increased development instead. Nibinese don't matter that much. We can hold festivals and stuff. Okay. We're getting older. We're almost 50. I don't think we're gonna have a kid at this point. I am sure Marwalakala's relationship with her spouse Bilan is very happy and productive, but lately she has been less and less time to spend with me, a dear friend, as their relationship deepens. Every time I try to get her out for an evening, or even anything as simple as a walk, she is apparently tied down by marital duties. I miss the good old days when we would have ourselves a great night watching the local drunkards fall over themselves and embarrass themselves. What times we had! If only that wretched, worthless Bilan wasn't keeping her from us from having that again. So, my character wants to drive a wedge between them, but... Sorry, that wouldn't upset her compassion? Okay. I drove a wedge between her and her wife. Her husband, rather. Her skinny fucking dark elf. He's so small. Oh, that's my mom, right. I inherited Coldmore. Didn't really want Coldmore. Give it to a Naga. Oh, right. I wanted Coldmore to be under the control of Ogel, didn't I? Oh well. Our Ogel died of old age. Chieftess Eats to Learn has died. What did she die of? Heart failure. I was green and I was like, Argonians can't even get sick, but I guess they can get heart failure. Dandry's horde. This elf wants to tell me about some horde in order to get out of prison. Did it work? Nope, it was a lie. She tricked me. Alright, let's adopt a kid. Oh, I cannot have children. Okay. Consider adoption. When I enter the caretaker's abode, Iral welcomes me, visibly delighted, and started talking about the children. He introduces me to older and younger orphans, all waiting for a new loving home. They were clearly dressed up and tidied up for welcoming me to their foster home. I could see the anxiety in their eyes. One of them would become my heir if everything worked out right for them. Suddenly I saw a small figure from behind the furniture, staring back at me. When I stared back, he averted his gaze, embarrassed. Oh, don't mind him. That's Shul, our special resident. Lost his hopes of being adopted a long time ago. Shul. He's a giant, but he's incapable. I'm sorry, Shul, but, like, I literally can't. He's sadistic as well, but also just. How can you be sadistic and just? I guess ask any Supreme Court. You know, if he wasn't incapable, if like he had like a club foot or a hunchback or something, I would take him, but I'm sorry. I can't have an incapable heir. Let's see. This one is 7, has no traits yet. This one is 11, has the apprentice, trusting, and cynical. I don't know. I think I'd rather go for the youngest one. The age difference between them isn't that great to the point where I don't feel like I'm going to be abandoning someone to a life in foster care. Except for Shul, who is a special resident. After sorting out some documents, the caretaker agreed to let me take Heladir home. I held his hand as we entered home, because I could feel that he was nervous. When we got to his new accommodations, I noticed the huge smile on his face. "Oh, wow! Are you sure? You really wouldn't mind? This is great! It's everything I could have asked for! I promise I won't be any trouble at all! Thanks! Thank you so much, Mama!" "No, thank you, my son." Disputed heritage right from the start. Because he's not technically biological child. Well, it's not like I can have a science baby over here. I'm the one who decided to marry a female elf. But fuck, was it worth it. The prestige bonus? Mwah! Cupid's arrow. My champion Deldris has been looking crestfallen for a week now, and it's the 5th heavy, despondent sigh of the day that finally gets me to gently inquire about the issue. "I am so lonely. All I want is a special someone to stand by my side at day and share my bed at night." She pauses, then shakes her head sadly. "What am I saying? You don't understand my plight, do you, my lady? Look at you, you're so attractive, built like a statue. None of this has ever been a problem for you, has it? Just be yourself." That hurt her feelings, but it made me less stressful, because I meant it. Darn. Part of Leyawen is no longer under Kothringi control. Grief Isle? That's not an island at all. What do you mean Grief Island? After lots of hard work, nothing. It's impossible to learn the gel language no matter how hard I try. Another failed heir. Which reminds me, court physician. Wet nurse. Tutor. Excellent. Sybil rests. Another one dead. What is with Sybils and dying? Oh, this one's got witch's pox. Unfortunate, because the albino Sybil was kind of cool. An odd gift. Queen Ninurus has given me an odd gift, a handkerchief with the crest of Cameron on it. Legendary House Cameron. Which we married into. Martial education. Yeah, okay. If I don't end up... The lure of language. They want me to learn Ogel. Sorry, no, the Sarpa. Sarpa language. Sarpa have a different language? Hire a tutor to instruct me. Okay, chance I learn the Sarpa language now. It's been a while since we've been on a tour or anything, and we need the prestige to upgrade our tribal stuff, don't we? The lure of language. Language learned. Oh, but Sarpa. Sarpa gel. Sarpa gel is fine. Time well spent. I've learned the gel language. Great. Right, next episode, I might spend a while going on tour again. Since my piety, we have achieved our piety goals, and... really what's next on our goals is to upgrade our tribes and everything. How close are we to upgrading to feudal? Actually, we're already there. We just gotta, yeah, get our tribal authority up. But we need exalted among men in order to do so, which we're almost up to. Yo! Yeah, we're gonna need prestige next episode. If we can get that, we can finally upgrade our culture to... or not our culture, but our local area to feudal, and we can finally start holding court properly, like a real queen. But for now, we're already a little too far in this episode, so bye-bye.